All right, guys, so without further ado, let's not waste any of your guys' time. I'm going to be covering Call of Duty Mobile Season 4 top 10 loadouts, okay? And the best loadouts that I think that you guys should use, give it a shot, and just sort of play rank with. So, talking a little bit, generally about my loadouts, I like to use a female skin or a male skin, depending how I feel as well. Score streaks stay relatively the same unless I want to run higher score streaks. You'll probably see some cluster strikes, orbital laser, and some other ones, stuff like that, but the perks stay relatively the same. I might switch out the second green perk for, you could say, ghost, and so obviously we're running hardline lightweight, but obviously our operators stay the same, right? Got the annihilator or kinetic shield depending how I feel. Grenade, sticky grenade, of course. The trophy system for my tactical, and then obviously for my secondary, I usually have a knife, or depending if I have a sniper, I'll probably switch to a pistol. But anyways, moving on to the number one gun on my list, and it's going to be the Type 25. So talking about the Type 25, here's going to be the gunsmith build for it. We got the mono suppressor, the RTC steady stock, the OWC laser tactical, granulated grip tape, and 42 round fast reload. You guys may have noticed already that I do not use disable perk anymore on this gun, because due to the fact that disable was nerfed. So instead of using disabled, I'd highly recommend putting on granulated grip tape. Gun is still phenomenal, kills incredibly fast, and you'll have lots of fun playing with it. Moving on to loadout number 2, which is going to be the M13. I think I really like the M13. I think the M13 is really good this season. And with the new changes to some of the other guns, the M13 has sort of shined way more. And just covering the gunsmith build, we're going to be rocking with the mono, the RTC combat stock, the OWC laser tactical, large extended mag B, and granulated. I will say this, however. I did make a gunsmith build for this gun, a gunsmith video I mean, and I did showcase it to where it did have the disabled perk. This is the only gun currently in the game that I think you can run it on, and it will be actually good. Now, for this build, I did want to give you guys a non-disabled perk build. So, mono, RTC combat stock, OWC laser tactical, large extended mag B, and granulated grip tape. Best, version of the gun, or the secondary version of the gun that you can use, and phenomenal gun. Absolutely phenomenal. So, moving on to loadout number 3. It's going to be the CBR4. You guys already know. This SMG is, like I said, the equivalent and the much better version to the Bison currently in the meta. So just covering the gunsmith build really quick, we have the mono, OWC marksman, YKM light stock, granulated grip tape, and OWC laser tactical. Phenomenal build, phenomenal SMG. Use it and don't question it. Moving on to loadout number 4. Kilo 141, you guys know this is a no-brainer. Even regardless of the nerfs, the Kilo 141 is still probably the top, the third best, or the second best, depending on the map and depending on the type of way you play with the gun, AR in the game, right? So when it comes to objectives, setting up and just sort of playing passive-aggressive, this gun is phenomenal, right? Unlike the M13 and the Type 25, they're more aggressive ARs because they're higher fire rate and they just pack a lot of punch in terms of having close range encounters. But this gun really excels in the far range. Like if you see the way how I play with this gun in my previous videos, I play post up, and I don't play that aggressive unless I have to physically carry my team to the point where I have to break objectives, I have to break in, I have to initiate stuff. But other than that, this gun's phenomenal. So moving on to the gunsmith build, like I said, disabled perk no longer on this gun as well. Mono, marksman, OWC laser tactical, large extended mag B, and granulated. Phenomenal. You can probably take off the marksman barrel if you do not want it, and maybe put on the alternative barrel that doesn't decrease your movement speed, or I would put on a different stock, but I would not use no stock on this because it really decreases the accuracy, and the best part about this weapon is its accuracy, so don't do that. Moving on to loadout number 5. I have the Bison here. I know that I said that the CBR4 was the better and equivalent version of the Bison, but sometimes I do like to use the Bison because it's just a nice, different feel of pace when you are playing COD Mobile. Right now, the game is super repetitive. Guns are very similar to each other, and sometimes you just want to use a different version of the gun, and you kind of want to challenge yourself. Like, these are one of the guns that you want to just hop into rank and you want to chill, and you just kind of want to have a nice challenge of using an off-meta weapon. I mean, it's still good regardless because of the size of the magazine, but nonetheless, right, if you are going to be playing and grinding for Legendary and you want to do really well and drop nukes, don't play with this gun. If you are going to use this gun, just use it, just to chill and to have fun. So Bison, obviously, we're going to be rocking with the mono, marksman, OWC laser tactical, large caliber ammo, granulated grip tape. I would probably switch the ammo to something else, or maybe put a stock on it. I'd probably recommend maybe not having no stock, but it is up to you and how you would want to play with the gun. So moving on to loadout number 6, MAC-10. MAC-10, phenomenal SMG, second best SMG in the game, and probably the best close range SMG in the game. So in close range maps, right? Awesome. It literally annihilates your opponents. I have nothing but, praise for this gun in particular. And this is basically the better version of the Fennec and the MSMC. And so this gun's phenomenal. And also the better version of a QXR in some cases. But yeah, so talking a little bit about the gunsmith, I like this build. Infantry compensator, task force barrel, aim assist laser, field agent foregrip, 43 fast reload. And the reason being for this is because this gun has a ridiculous amount of vertical recoil and a little bit of right horizontal recoil tendedness. So it's kind of like I have it to where like I really want to make these guns have as little as recoil as possible, because like I said, recoil patterns change over time when you're not continuously playing. So it's really annoying to deal with that. And obviously you can get used to the recoil, but for me personally, I don't really play with guns a lot every single time. Like I don't usually main a gun for so long. I like to switch it up. So sometimes I lose control of the recoil pattern, and I just like to have attachments that negate that and help me as much as possible. But I do recommend this build because it's phenomenal, and you will laser people, no doubt. Moving on to loadout number 7. I have the Fennec here just because, like I told you, same thing with the Bison concept. I like to use a different version of the SMG. And really when I like to play Summit, I think this gun is phenomenal on Summit. And sometimes I like to switch it up, obviously. So that's the reason why I have this gun. And so talking about the gunsmith, we have the OWC light compensator, MIP extended light barrel, OWC laser tactical, operator foregrip, extended mag A. Same concept for the MAC-10, heavy recoil based loadout, and something that really packs a punch close range. So I really do enjoy it. Make sure to use it. Moving on to loadout number 8. Loadout number 8, I have the PPSH here. Some would argue that say that this would probably be the 3rd or 4th best SMG in the game. Personally, I think it's fun to use, but I don't think that it's really up there. I just have it here because sometimes, like I said, if I'm playing like on standoff, if I'm playing objective game modes, if I'm playing domination, I just sort of like to run around the map and just sort of, annihilate opponents and keep moving. And one of these guns, this gun is sort of like a hybrid AR. It kind of reminds me of a BK-57 and an RUS combined. So that's kind of how the gun feels, in my opinion. And so just taking a look at the gunsmith build, mono, RTC steady stock, OWC laser tactical, 35 round fast reload, sturdy grip tape. This probably is my most favorite build because you want to make the gun light. And this also has a type of weird horizontal recoil, pattern that you have to get used to. But other than that, phenomenal gun. Give it a try, and I bet a lot of you are still playing with it or have been playing with it, so that's been good. And yeah, just keep that in mind. Moving on to loadout number 9, we do have the QXR, obviously. Speaking of which, comparing some of the guns to each other, QXR being one of them. I love using the QXR, one of my favorite SMGs that has ever been introduced in CODM. I know that it has received a lot of nerfs, and recently has only received 1 buff throughout the course of 4 updates. And I still think the gun is great to use. Like I said, sometimes I get bored and I just want to use something cool. And obviously I have a skin for this gun, so I like to amuse myself when I'm annihilating opponents. So this is the gunsmith build for it, right? Mono, MIP light barrel short, enhanced bolt perk, OWC laser tactical, granulated grip tape. Like I said, this gun, you're going to have to run the enhanced bolt. If you don't, you're basically just making the gun super useless. It's not even worth using the gun at that point. And also, I would not recommend putting a marksman barrel on it. I would recommend putting the MIP light barrel short. It gives you faster ADS time. And like I said, you want to use this gun close range. Like, this gun used to be exploited a lot in past, I would say, 8 months ago, where you could literally take medium and far range gunfights like it was nothing. And so ever since the changes to the gun, they made this gun to where it's specifically designed to be close range. So this gunsmith build is for close range only. And I would not recommend, like I said, trying to challenge people 25, 30 meters away like you were able to in the past with this gun, which was really annoying. So yeah, just keep it at that and you'll be fine. Moving on to my last loadout, which would be loadout number 10. I do have the Locus here. Only sniper rifle I do happen to use occasionally. I rarely use it, but I have to throw in a sniper in here because, like I said, a sniper is really awesome. And I would either use this or the DLQ. And of course, my attachments haven't really changed besides one of them. YKM lightweight short barrel, OWC skeleton stock, stippled grip tape, fast switch, OWC laser tactical. And the perk, like I said, is the different attachment here, because sometimes when the key of being a really great sniper in the game and practicing your sniping capabilities is understanding how to slide and also manipulating the way you change between your secondary and your primary. And by having this on, you're able to move around the map more efficiently and just pull out the sniper in cases where you want a quick scope, super quick, and not give your opponent's chance to actually aim onto you and shoot you. And that's sort of the reasoning behind that. But yeah. Other than that, these are the top 10 best loadouts in Call of Duty Mobile Season 4. This is sort of the new meta, as you will, in the game. Obviously, not much really has changed. We're going to be seeing some new guns hopefully come out next season, but I don't know if I'll be covering that. I probably will, just to make sure that I do get that out. But like I said before, if you guys have made it to the end of the video, I really do appreciate it. Please leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it. Please dislike the video if you still liked it. Leave a comment down below which gunsmith build was your favorite to look forward to. And let me know in the comment section, down below what you guys use on some of your guns. I would like to hear some, your feedback on some of the gunsmith builds that I have shown. Maybe you guys have a different take towards it. And if you guys have, if you're new coming across the channel, make sure to subscribe. It really helps me out. We're on the road to 10,000 subscribers, so it'll really mean a lot to me. And without further ado, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.